So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we are driving the Kamaz 546465 for version 1.6 of Eurotruck. Now we are in Paris, so let's start by heading over to the upgrade shops and see what you can do on the configuration side of this mod. Okay then, so here we are in the upgrade shop. Now starting off with the cabin, only this cabin, but don't let that put you off. When we get here you will be amazed by the amount of options, but yeah, only one cabin, quite a few chassis, from all the way from a 8x8 down to a 4x2, and I have to say, look how big that tank is. Huge, and it's also quite good value for money. You got some tandems in here, extra sort of storage back there I guess, and then you got a raised one if you're going off-roading, but yeah, quite a good range there, and it's nice to have the raised as well. You can see the difference, I don't know, at least maybe like 20 centimeters. You can also see the axle is a little bit further back, which is interesting. But yeah, over here we have got the engines now, starting or going all the way up to a Cummins 680, which is being I guess the ECU's being tuned or something. 600 brake horsepower, 500, 440, 400, 360. Now these are all the Kamaz engines here, which range from 1000 Newton meters, or just over, all the way up to just a tad over 2000 Newton meters with the 440 brake, which is what I just drove in to get to the upgrade shop. Now there is quite a range of gearboxes, going from a 5-speed to a 16-speed. In between that you got 9s, 10s here, 12s. Now a gear's long, I'm guessing they're just longer ratios, etc. So there is that. Now I'm seeing this a lot, where in the interior all it's really changing is the wheel. It isn't changing anything else, as you can see, but I believe you do change that later on, but we'll get to that. So yeah, those are your options there. Now paint skins, there are, as you can see, some army skins, some Russian ones here, but there's, oh yeah, there is. I was about to say there isn't any custom colours, but you can put a metallic colour on there if you want to. Not sure if it'd suit it, but yeah, those are your sort of skins to choose from. Now onto the options. This is where it gets a bit mental. Right, coming down here, you can have a Russian plate or your own stock plate. You got some bull bars down here, each with their own light. It does come with its own lights, this mod, which is pretty good. Personally, I do like that. It fits it really nice, especially if you got a darker or an army skin like this. Up here you can add some dots, where you can add a million of LEDs, but would this truck really have LEDs? Probably doubt that. This is where you can change the mirrors. You can either have it with double on both sides, with just on the passenger, or just the single mirror like that. Moving on up, we can have, oh, that's on the inside. It's kind of hard to see which is on the inside and not. Yeah, that's on the inside. Right, these are the visors. Two factory ones. This one wraps around the edge, which probably looks a bit nicer. Then you got this one here, which is a bit weird. I don't really get that design, but for me that one probably looks a bit better. Right, flags does support that. Now up here you have got more dots, little sort of slots as you can see, but you can go for the full roof bar if you want. Interior lighting, those are curtains for the inside, and then there's a massive spoiler, look at that. So if you are going to take box trailers, then this is the one you want, because obviously you can't change the cabin. Not too sure why the author has put those lights on there, they don't really fit that well. Or they're okay I suppose, but it would be nice to see some more custom LEDs. Mud guards, they're quite a nice touch actually. They actually look dirty, which is nice. I mean, all this looks dirty, which is really cool. Number plate on the back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It does have its own wheels, as you can see, and its own tyres. I mean, they're just insane. Look at that. That is stupidly big. That's what I like about this mod. And now onto the interior. You can add a seat in the middle, which looks a bit... oh, not a big fan of it. You have some people inside. There you go. There's some people. But yeah, there are a lot of different things to choose from. A bench, a sort of seat there. You can add some wallpaper at the back. It's just endless that you can do to the inside. I'm just quickly going through it. I mean, that is mad. Ugh. CB radio, more stuff down there, cabin accessories. I mean, it's just mad the amount of config on the inside. Dash cam, got the sat nav there. Those are just the plates. I'm not too sure. I'm guessing that's all the sort of truck info in there, so that's probably worth having. But yeah, look at the flooring. It's a bit weird. But yeah, there's so much to go through. Oh, you can have a clock down there as well. But yeah, that's mainly everything on the interior. You will see if I've missed anything, hopefully on the time lapse I'm about to show you of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so we're all fully customized up, and as you can see I've gone for a full off-roading spec. But as I said earlier, we were in Paris, but I've now decided to come all the way up here. So we was down here, but I'm now up here. I've just crossed the border, well, just on the border from Finland and Russia, I guess, is that? Yeah. So yeah, this road here does look pretty interesting. So it's about 170 miles down to this town here called Nickel. So we head down here, but on the way, look at that sign, it does look like we got some good scenery, as you can see, to test this truck. Now starting it up, let's have a quick look through the dials as we usually do. The sat nav on the left, actually you can see the border there, Finland and Russia. On the right we've got the display, so turbo pressure. If I start that up, speed info, water temperatures, they're pretty low, or off. Fuel, enough for 1,000 miles roughly. I think we'll leave it on turbo pressure. We got the clock down there along with the time. See, it's 10:15 and it is pretty dark because we're so far up. I believe we're probably in the Arctic Circle. I've got my camera to take photos of the scenery, and I've also got my torch if it gets really dark and we get stuck, which probably, because of the Interesting, the steering wheel doesn't work. Because of the physics in this game, I can't see this going well. Now I could have gone for an 11 ton, I mean a 24 ton trailer, or it's actually an excavator, but I thought, but that's probably being a bit ambitious considering that I only went for the 440 brake engine. So if this gets up this hill and out of this sort of, well, it's a quarry down there, but if it gets out of here, I'll be very impressed. But this is a 11 ton trailer with a 440 brake engine. I mean, just look how high we are already. I just picked the trailer up from down there. We are already climbing. Whoa. Yeah, better keep my eyes on the road. Not too sure where that goes, but look at this. Am I going to hit that? It's so hard to judge. I'm going to hit that sign though. Are you? I need to take a much wider turn. That was shocking. Well, I wouldn't like to do this in real life, reversing down a hill like that. Oops. Right, where's all that torque? 2,000 Newton meters of it. Right, let's keep as far left as possible, close to that sign. Then at the last minute we'll turn in. No, I'm definitely not going to make that. Go. Wow, that was difficult. Look at this though. Some kind of dam. Wow. In fact, is it Norway? Oh, I'm not too sure. I don't want to get it wrong. Yeah, this is... Okay, this bit is Finland. Now this is Norway. Wow, this is quite complex. Look at that, a dam. Right, we're going left. That road is closed. Probably it's got snowed over or something. Oh my gosh, this is tight. Whoa! This is going to be a fun drive. Now it's about 100 miles to the end of this twisty bit of road, and then we should be on the flat bit. But just look at this. This is amazing. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the history of Kamaz actually. So it was founded in 1969. The headquarters obviously in Russia, but I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of where the sort of the accurate location because I just can't. Something like Nabozhinchelny Tatarstan? Not too sure how to pronounce it all, but we're definitely climbing to this. The first ever truck was produced in 1976, and the millionth truck came off the production line in 1988. So in 12 years, you already produced 1 million trucks, which is not bad, is it really? I have to be careful with my gear changes then. Didn't like fifth. Well, if I went for something like a 5-speed up here, I would be screwed. And hang on a minute. This is a bit tight. No, this is where I need a side mirror. Okay, imagine doing this in real life. You've got no idea where those front wheels are. You've sort of just got to use the force. I mean, look at the physics. They're not that bad. Look at the way it's bumping around and everything. It's actually pretty good. to really concentrate up here. Come on, you can do it, Kamaz. It's the largest. Kamaz is the largest automobile corporation in the Russian Federation, and they've also got 12 major plants, basically all over the place. Quite a few are in Russia, obviously, but also there's a few in other countries. But look at that. That looks amazing. Look how much we're climbing. This has got to be one of the best roads to drive, and probably probably most testing drives you're ever going to do in the game, especially if you got a low powered truck. But look at that. Yeah, there's some brief history about Kamaz. Hopefully you didn't know any of those facts before. Yeah, we are really climbing. So far I've noticed 4th gear and 5th gear are a good place to be up that little stretch. Right, it's starting to get into its stride now, into 6th. Trying not to go too quick across here. To 7th, right, come on, up the hill, go on, go on. I think I almost blew up the engine then. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty long ride up this hill. Right, so as it looks like on the map, we are looking or going around this sort of hill bit here. I believe when I was sort of flying over to go and get to the pickup place to record, I believe it goes downhill for quite a big section here. Not too sure. Oh gosh, must have been someone who's died up here. And I do wonder if that's actually realistic, if they've looked on like Google Street View or something. But saying that, I would be surprised if they got any Street View cameras up here. Yeah, we're going down a bit now. Now, I don't believe we got a retarder or an engine brake, so this may prove quite difficult. Yeah, we're building up some speed. I do not want to go off the edge here. Oh. There we go. This is so tight though. I bet you're thinking it's quite easy on camera there, but actually it's quite a challenging drive. It's, as I said earlier, it's probably not only the most testing drives for your truck, but also for your truck driving ability. That was pretty close to that rock there. Some massive drops. Got a really master gears. If you did this in an automatic, that would be super difficult. Right, what's going on here? I've got a bridge. That doesn't look like the safest bridge if you ask me. Look at it, it looks very homemade. Oh, this bit's a bit bumpy. See what I mean? I mean, this is quite a long trailer, but even still. Oh, listen to that engine roar. I do wonder if the Cummins engine sound any different to this. But so far, just the audio of this engine is really rather good, and it doesn't drive like any other truck, which is quite nice actually. It feels very unique. It does feel quite raw, very basic. I mean, just look at the interior. It's very square. This is very functional, but very bland. Right, can we make this turn? There we go. Imagine doing this on a game like Dirt Rally or something. Or Sata Corsair. This would be insane. But yeah, I don't know if you can hear from my force feedback. This is a dirt road. I'm not too sure if it's going to be any different if you did it without the snow mod, because in this part, I think on the Pro Mods map, and this is Pro Mods by the way, if I didn't say earlier, I'm not too sure if it has snow here anyway. mirrors are also quite good on this truck as well. They're not obstructed by a bar across the window. They're actually quite well placed. They're actually quite big actually. Probably one of the best mirrors I've actually seen in a long time. Which is really nice. Sat nav, that's also pretty good. It's probably the biggest ones I've seen as well. Because most of them, of these mods, they come with the standard sort of cabin accessories, add-on sat nav, which is extremely small and hard to read. And we're across this bridge, so let's turn right here, making sure going for a wide turn there, and I believe we got to climb back up again. But that was awesome so far. Right then, so it looks like we got some twisties, and then we got a tunnel. One thing that I am starting to notice is with this truck, there's no sort of side mirrors or front mirror that you can add on. Which, for this sort of thing, which this truck is doing, with these massive wheels and the hired chassis, this is, well, high suspension, this is the sort of thing it would be doing, so you'd think the model author could put some sort of front mirror and side mirror, that would be really helpful with something like that going across here, to just sort of judge where you are. Across another bridge, I believe this is what, the fourth one, or third or fourth one, across the river. It just looks freezing, doesn't it? It looks great. It looks really, really cool. Water effects are superb. Yeah, that steering wheel, the fact that you can't tilt it, it is from certain angles where you're sitting, it does obstruct like the fuel gauge or the oil temperatures and stuff. At the bottom of the rev counter at some places, the speedometer, it does block it quite a lot, so the mod author really does need to fix that, because it is a bit of an annoying thing. It's even tighter. The weight, it's sort of hard to judge with these rocks if they're sort of protruding or not onto the road, because they do look a bit low textured, so it's sort of hard to tell, but you can see the sort of suspension there. Look at it. These tyres are awesome though. I mean, just look at them. Superb. Right, this, if you do get this truck, which I probably recommend you do, and you've got pro mods. Hang on. And you've got pro mods, you got this truck, take it to this road and take a trailer up or down it. Because this is so much fun. I mean, it's so different to the rest of the game. Like, you're driving this truck, just the audio, the way it drives, sort of just the looks of it. I mean, the textures are in here are so good. It just makes it even more realistic. But I think we are back onto more flat land. Some cows there, tractor. Looks like we're driving through a farm. Christmas trees. This is so cool. But yeah, let's do some sort of more normal road driving. There we go, tarmac. Made it alive. I'm guessing if we were in something like a more traditional truck, like a Scania or something, we would have scraped the front at some point, but with this, so much easier. Doesn't have a reversing beep. I've just noticed that. Yeah, a bit of a boundary box issue there, but yeah, back on the road. I mean, with this 11 tons, it's not massively heavy, but it seems a bit bright. It does get up to speed rather easily. I mean, we've got a speed display here. 30, 35. Yeah, it's completely fine. No pedestrians across this bridge, apparently. But yeah, look at that. That looks great. So cool. But yeah, off-road, this is probably the best truck in the game that you're ever going to get. On-road, obviously it's not the most, it's not the quietest, it's probably not the most fuel efficient. I mean, I don't know what that measurement is, I don't know how to translate it into miles per gallon, but I'm guessing it's only a few. But it's definitely got a lot of character that probably most trucks, or the modern trucks that you can drive in this game, don't really have. I mean, the Volvo, even though, well, the new FH, even though it's really rather nice to drive on long distances and stuff, it doesn't have a lot of character, if you see what I mean. Whereas this does. Guess we've got to stop here. Not too sure what for, but let's do it anyway. I think we're crossing into Russia. Yep, here's the border. And we should be in now. What's that sign say? Russia. Whoa! That would have been a bad entry. 20 kilometers an hour. 10 kilometers an hour. I've never seen it that low in the sat-nav before. 6 miles an hour. I don't know, I could walk quicker than this. I'm not totally sure what the point of this is. It's quite close. Alright. I think they're frozen. Literally. So cold, they're not even moving. Right. Can we be a bit sneaky? Let's try not to take a cop car out. Oh, and we are into Russia. Look at the queue. I mean, in real life, you just get people going in the left lane. Why is everyone going at 6 miles an hour? I think they need to fix the speed limit. Something's not quite right there. And now you're into Russia, you get mad speed limits. I mean, look at the sat-nav. 62 miles an hour limit for a truck on a road like this. Well, it's gone down to 43, 20. What's all this stupidly low speed limits about? This is mad. Oh, we have to stop at the... Have to stop here. Okay. I am not actually sure what that is. I thought it was a sort of road cross or train crossing, but it doesn't look like it. Right, let's get back on the road. So we got 54 miles to go. So I reviewed the truck. I'd say there's not many outside options to really choose from. Most of the stuff that you can get is inside, but together it's pretty good. The customization, you can't really make it a show truck that much. It's not really the point of this truck. It's sort of a workhorse that, you know, gets you anywhere, and it's got tons of character. Well, I guess I'll just stop. I don't get it. What's all this about? Get back up to speed, but yeah, it's got tons of character. I mean, the inside textures, they're pretty good. I mean, just look at it there. I think, yeah, some of these buttons work. but it's overall really rather nice. The interior options, some of them are a bit weird. I mean, the combinations that you get are, some of them are absolutely horrible. Would have been nicer to see some maybe more basic coloured seats. Some people are not in for that massively outrageous coloured seats, but look at this. That is amazing. Interestingly, there is barbed wire on there, which is a bit unusual. But yeah, I definitely would recommend you giving this a go. Take a look at Pro Mods if you haven't already. Go and download it and get over to this sort of area and have a lot of fun with this, because it's very different to the rest of the trucks. Oh, what's happened there? Very different to the rest of the trucks and the rest of driving experiences that you can have in this game. So definitely go and download this. If I remember to do so, I will put the link to it in my mod spreadsheet. I have been forgetting to do that recently. I've just been so busy. But I'll try and make that happen. But yeah, definitely do get yourself over here. I mean, with the Pro mods, there are two different ways you can download it. You can download it the free way, which just makes getting all the files a bit more difficult. Or you can get this like $1 version which supports the Pro mod map people and just makes the download a lot easier, which I probably recommend you do to help the Pro mods people continue making maps like this, because they are just amazing. And this truck, it's got so much character, as I've said. I mean, look how much fuel we burnt. I mean, that was on what, 1100 miles? In about 150 miles we've burnt 500 miles of fuel, which is just mad. So I wouldn't even trust that, because it's not even accurate. This is nowhere near accurate. At most you're probably going to get 500 miles out of this thing. Probably around 300, 400 before you need to fill up. I'm not too sure what it would be like if you went for the 4x2 chassis. But this one really does drink the fuel, but it's sort of to be expected, really. I mean, look at that down there. That's where we're dropping off our goods today. Our big track that we got on the back. Is that what it's called? Yeah, tracks. 11 tons of them. It doesn't handle that bad either. It doesn't roll. Well, in fact it does. You can sort of see it tipping a bit, but not as much as you'd think for a truck that's sitting this high. But it definitely is a bouncy ride. You do feel quite high up as well because of these wheels. And I have noticed with these Kamaz trucks, if you don't go for these massively high sort of chassis, you do feel quite low down in them, which is quite interesting actually. Let's turn down here. Nickel discovered. Right, let's turn left. See what this thing is like to reverse with. So as I said earlier, those mirrors are pretty good. May have cut the corner a little bit there. Let's turn right. Look at that fuel station, that's rather cool. Right, and where are we going? So we're going to cross here. I guess just follow it round, it's quite confusing. And the left. I've never seen a road layout like this before. Whoa. Probably shouldn't have pulled out then. Got a market here and everything. Listen to that audio. It definitely does sound like this engine is being strained a lot. It doesn't sound like it's... I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't seem that happy with the amount of pressure that we put under it. Oh, this is super twisty. And then we're dropping off here. Looks like the place I picked it up from. And where did he want it? to go this way, I think. Kind of hard to tell where it actually wants it, and I don't have my oh, there it is. I don't have my mod. Well, I've got the mod on where it provides sort of those sort of oh, it doesn't have the big flashy things is what I'm trying to say. I think if we go up here, we're going to hit that. Just about got around that. We'll go around the bottom of here. What's that? I'm not actually sure what I hit. I'm going to go around the bottom of here. Then I'll turn around, I think. Right then, let's get back down here, up here. Hopefully I'm at the right orientation now. It's kind of hard to tell with these which way round you want it. Like that way or... See, I don't actually know. I'm going to have this up just for now. But yeah, it's a bit weird not having the reversing beepers. I don't know. Well, I'd guess it's the other way then. Right, let's try this way. Oh, there we go. So it wanted it this way after all. Oh well. There we go. Good work. Must have damaged it a little bit, probably because of the off-roading. There we go. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the Kamaz little journey that we've had here, please do click that like. But anyway, I do really recommend this mod. It's a lot of fun to just jump in now and again. But anyway, thank you for watching if you got this far, massively appreciated, and hopefully I'll see you very soon. So thank you for watching and goodbye.